Olá pessoas, sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio de The Cat Lady. Eu tô jogando com um gato, foi onde a gente parou no último episódio. E eu não sei o que fazer, porque né, eu sou um gato. E por mais que eu ande pra lá e pra cá, eu não consigo sair. Porque eu tô controlando um gato que tá tentando derrubar uma caixa. Uau. Eita, acabei caindo. Tá. Eita, sou um gatinho mesmo. Oh, porra. Caraca, a água sanitária corroeu mesmo. Buraco, saltaram dentro. Que bizarro.
Hey there, gorgeous.
A cara nojento, cara.
I see my old lady brought the bleach again. What a shame. I really liked your eyes. It could have been a start of something very exciting for us,
Que nojo,
if you know what I mean. She does that every single time. What do they call it? Trust issues, that's it. Well, never mind. Plenty more fish in the sea. I'm not too fussy, but even I have some standards. Ain't gonna touch a bird like you, I gotta be honest, girl. You look like shit. But I wouldn't want you to think I'm not a kind man. Plenty of time until dinner, and you're in pain, so I've brought something to end your suffering. Think of it as an option. I've got this gun here. It's one of my favourites. There's just one bullet in the chamber, large caliber. You'd be long dead before you'd feel any pain. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Tá, porra.
I mean, it's just an idea, you know, no pressure. Ah, of course. You can't see it. That bleach turns your eyes to nothing but jelly.
Tá, porra. Não. Ai, meu Deus.
So I'll just leave it for you here. Feel free to use it. That bullet's meant for you anyway. I'd better go now. We won't want to get caught red-handed again, would we?
Cara
You
nojento,
naughty
cara.
minx. What was that? You can't reach it? Well, what did you expect? Life's a real fucker sometimes.
Ah. Que nojeira, cara. Tá, voltamos a controlar o gato. Chave, engoli. Tá, porra. Tá, não consigo ir pra lá. Tá, não é pra cuspir a chave. Ah, tem que voltar bem quando ele não vê. Vamos ver. Ok, agora vamos seguir. Acho que a gente tem que cuspir a chave para a nossa querida amiga, né? Eu sou um gato muito estranho, velho. Credo, é bizarro. Cuspi a chave.
What? Who's this? My eyes. I can't see a thing. That bitch. A key. Who are you? Say something. Anything. I should be able to unlock the handcuffs now.
Tá, isso é um problema.
The gun. That idiot left his gun. No! No! I dropped it. Where is it? Where the hell is it? I've got it.
Caraca. Não tem outra opção. A não ser me matar. Não tem que ser.
I'm sorry, Mitzi. I have to break my promise.
Ai, meu Deus. Ó desgraça, ó desgrama. Você morreu. Tá. Morte não é tudo no fim das contas.
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
It's your room.
Tá.
You can do what you like with it. But I definitely prefer this to fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns. Did you make these?
No. My boyfriend made them. Some of them, anyway. So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine in my bag. I was going to leave it to Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert?
The guy with the rats?
Oh, yes. Of course.
So, shall we have a drink, then? We could get to know each other a bit more. I know, I promised I won't get in the way. And, I mean, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're going to live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
No.
Yeah, that's okay, I guess.
Great! I'll
That's my
bring the
birthday.
wine. Oh, damn. It's one of those bottles with a cork.
Tá.
Have you got a bottle opener, Miss Ashworth?
In the kitchen. I'll go get it, shall I?
Yes, please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses, too?
Tudo bem. Pegar taças de vinho. Que bizarro, né? Vou pegar aqui também um armário. Sacar rolhas. Está muito estranho, mas, né? Tudo bem. Vamos entrar aqui, quarto extra, entrar. Tá.
There you go. Let's get that bottle opened.
Yeah. But we'll need glasses, too. See if you can find some.
I found some
Toma
wine
aí.
glasses.
Mais umas taças.
All right. That's all we need. Oh, and Miss Ashworth, I really must say this before we start.
Yeah?
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're asleep.
Very funny, Mitzi.
Oh, no, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
Então, não está mais chovendo.
it's
Nossa,
not
podia
raining
perguntar do
anymore.
câncer direto.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it. But according to weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming. Now
Eee.
that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once, when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
But now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Né?
Yeah? How do you know?
Nunca vi nem
I've never
ninguém que
seen one,
conheça.
nor has anyone else.
That doesn't prove they don't exist. You just never came across them, and those who did never lived long enough to tell the tale. But anyway, I'm not saying I'm still that terrified of fog. I mean, I've grown up and all.
Não,
I
beleza,
just
mas
don't
tem
reject the
problema, né?
possibility that they might be out there somewhere. Like aliens and Elvis and God.
Come to think about it, I've come across some pretty weird things. Especially recently.
Yeah? Like what?
Ah, é muito
Oh,
difícil.
it doesn't matter. I probably just dreamed it.
É only a dream. Não planejo
How are you
encontrar esse
planning to
cara.
find this guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give me a hand, actually. You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
Ah, conheço.
Not many. I never really cared about them. They changed over the years, too. You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbors are greeted with a freshly baked cake. You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face. He's a nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
Provavelmente seja, cara.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6.
Tá bom.
Anyone else you know?
I'd have to
No.
think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time. There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow
bem.
we could sit down together and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi. So, the
Tá.
big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that. I put you in a very difficult position, I know. It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days.
Né?
Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too. Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine. What kind of cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor. The
Eita.
name is glioblastoma.
Haha.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
Credo.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi.
Credo.
I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer. And I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
How long?
They said I had a year. But that was 6 months ago, so... yeah. Not awfully long.
6 meses de vida só.
Is there anything...
They've
Credo.
tried.
I'm sorry.
Que situação, né?
So am I. Do you want to talk about something else?
Você mencionou um noivo, me fala mais
You
sobre ele.
mentioned a boyfriend. Tell me
Vai que,
something
né?
about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. His name is Jack. He's dead.
Eita.
Oh.
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
And I'm not a happy stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
I guess so. Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
Tudo bem.
Tell me how you two met.
Oh, we knew each other for like forever. We grew up on the same street.
Tá.
It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. A perfect match. I always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me. We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy. I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else. You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love.
Que bom, né?
Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels. I guess I've been very lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
How did he take the news about your cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. Then he got really angry. I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight. But it was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it? He was absolutely furious. He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. Begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the chemo for him. It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time.
Credo.
I felt trapped in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well. He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
Jack made those pictures on your wall. Was he an artist?
He always liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music, movies,
Bizarre,
paintings.
man.
So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that
Eu
way.
acho deprimente.
And yet, you are scared of fog?
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
You must be out of your mind,
Yeah.
Mitzi.
No, honestly, there is a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
Muito estranho.
You must love my apartment then. It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again. How did he die? How did Jack die?
It was so distant in the last few weeks before he died.
Tá, mas como?
What I didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But it eventually found him. Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions. Everything, really. Accidentally, Jack stumbled upon one about suicide. There's a guy there. Calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum. It's like a failed suicide club. People mostly try to help each other and offer support. Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you. To listen to their stories and how they cope with their lives.
Caraca.
But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death. He dwells on human weakness. His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it, once and for good. Jack took the bait.
Meu Deus.
Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed. One day he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms. It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death. There was no chance we would have been saved. All thanks to the eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide.
Credo, gente.
He told me it was very simple. All we needed were 2 easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes. I told him he was fucking nuts, of course, but he just wouldn't give up. He reasoned with me, then he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me. I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong.
Pois é.
Finally, he said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn. 5 in the morning. Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out. I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. But I just couldn't.
Meu Deus.
I eventually fell asleep. I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late. But right there in my bedroom, before I even left, I already knew it was.
Caramba.
When I arrived at our special place, it was already bright. We used to go there in the past, drink wine, sometimes smoke weed and listen to Pink Floyd, sometimes make love in Jack's car. There wasn't really anything special about that old parking lot. But to us there was. It was completely abandoned. It was quiet. It was safe. After that day, I've never gone there again.
Eita, a gente tá controlando ela. Sinto muito, acho que agora eu entendo.
I think now I understand. He loved you so much, he couldn't bear the thought of living without you. And that guy, the Eye of Adam. I'm not surprised you want to find him. I know I would. I'm not sure if I should believe that you only want to talk to him. But hey, that's none of my business. I wouldn't know what I'd do if this happened to me.
Pois é.
Good to know. But I really just want to talk. I want to face Jack's killer and tell him what he's done to me. You know, the funny part is that he actually told me where he lives. He wants to meet me. Would you believe that?
How come?
Well, this kind of thing he does is called trolling on the internet. It's usually a form of extreme bullying and psychological cruelty. Those who are clever enough say, don't feed the troll. Don't talk to them. It only makes it worse if you show any interest in them at all. And Eye of Adam is no exception. He craves attention. He's a hungry troll who wants to devour as many hearts as he can get a hold of.
Forte isso, né?
I emailed him and told him I was a massive fan who loves his work. He wouldn't believe me at first. But trolls are always hungry, and I was prepared to serve him a meal fit for a king.
What do you mean?
I fed him so much bullshit that he really believed I'm a suicide preacher just like him.
Great. I wish he'd given you his door number, though.
It's all a part of some sick game he's playing. Sooner or later, I'll find him.
Nossa. Bom, pessoas, vamos ficando por aqui. No próximo episódio a gente continua de Lady. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Foi uma história bem mórbida, mas faz parte, né? No próximo sketch, valeu e falou!